right, Luke, biggest game since you've been here. What's going on out there? Tell us why you're all of a sudden feeling it.
I mean, just working out, doing the things every day, doing little things, staying in the gym, and like not losing focus of like what the end goal is. I think that's really helped me, as well as just like we as a team are playing so much better together, offensively and defensively. We're sharing the ball. I mean, when we got 3-4 guys in double figures every night, like it's hard to stop a team that does that. And defensively, like I just get a lot of energy out of like my guards, turning people over, bigs, blocking shots. Like that's good. That's where I get from.
Adam, every week you see your game seems to go up another notch. What are you seeing differently than when you saw, say, in November?
I'm just getting in my groove. I'm just now starting to get my feet wet for real. And also my teammates, my brothers, they're helping me out. They've been here before, so they just tell me little things. I'm just taking it in, listening, adding it to my game, and using all the information I can to get better.
Okay.
Adam, just want to ask you about, you made a key play at the end of the game, about 30 seconds left. You got the inbound pass. You're double teamed on Siena's press. What was your thinking? How did you handle it? You made a nice pass to get to break the press.
I mean, I don't think no one could take the ball from me, honestly. So I just was confident and just did what I had to do.
Just tell us about, the team got off to a good, strong in the second half. You went on a 12-2 run. But then Siena answered with 11-3 run. But then the game got really competitive, possession by possession. What was your thinking then?
Just like we got to take one step at a time. Even though like when they start going on runs, we can't get scared. We just got to stay together. So every huddle that we went to, we just kept composed. Like, hey, everybody, we got this. Just keep on going.
How's it feel? You had some tough losses, some close games. Now you've won 3 in a row, and you look like you have a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I feel like them losses early on in the year, I feel like that helped us get to this point where we're at right now. We got it rolling. So I feel like we just got to keep going each and every day.
Day and against the zone second half, you guys kind of struggled with it early on, and then you kind of adjusted, and you were flashing to foul on. You're getting cutters. I mean, did you guys have to make an adjustment? Did you see something in their zone that you weren't prepared for early on?
No, we prepared for it all week, but at times we were just stagnant. We were just sitting there. So I feel like once we start moving, it was hard to guard because we got shooters all on the perimeter. So once we started moving, it was just easy for us.
I was saying collectively there's a lot of depth on the roster, but it seems like the starting five stuck together a lot throughout the entire game. Like now that you've had that synergy throughout a couple games now with this group, like how has that helped just in terms of the long-term outlook of the team, and especially with the win today, with the winning streak moving forward? Just like the starting fives played a lot together.
Yeah, I just feel like we go together well. We have 2 great creators, me and Dede. I feel like we're the best playmakers on the map, and we have 2 great shooters, Justin and Luke. So with our playmaking abilities, we just get in the paint, find the shooters, and it makes the game easy.
Luke, you were 4 of 7 on 3-point shots today. You gaining your confidence on that outside shot?
Yeah, I've always been a shooter though. It don't matter.
I like that.
Is it key for you just that you make one early in the game, then you feel more confident about taking the shot?
I mean, Tobin always tell me if you open, shoot it. So just gotta keep doing that.
Thank you.
All right, thanks guys. Great job.
Good to get that win. Crazy game, obviously. With I thought we played. I thought we just. Second game on these weekends. Sometimes it's a gut check. I thought they played tough and hard nosed, and I thought we didn't play great the first half. Then we got a little lead in the second half, and it's kind of been everybody who's been here has seen it before, and they made a run at us, and we by a lot of things, our own mistakes and things like that. But the one kid Coyle can really shoot it, and they made some shots, and we know he can shoot it. That's been talked about, obviously, but he still gets open shots or wide open, shots off penetration. So that he made a run, and I think we did a nice job down the stretch. DeJour did a good job against the zone at the high post, hit some shots in there. Adam made some plays down the stretch. I thought Yafet was really good defensively down the stretch. But yeah, it's a good win. We have to get a whole lot better, but we're sharing the ball. We had 17 assists again today, so there are some really good things that we're doing. Jungers has obviously gave us a jolt here offensively, which is what we need from him. And so, yeah, it's great, and great to get that win, and we'll get a little bit of a rest here before we go into next week.
Game kind of turned a bit when Siena switched to the zone.
Yep.
what did you guys do in the huddle? What did you talk about in the huddle?
Well, we tried a couple things, right? So we knew they were going to go zone at some point. You know, that was going to happen because they've been doing a lot of that recently. And so it was actually a good job by Jerry doing that at the right time, I thought, because we kind of had gotten, good shots against our man-to-man defense. We struggled early on. I thought when DeJour is really good at the high post, and we got him the ball at the high post a few times and got us some good shots. He made some nice passes, got us some good shots, but it slowed us down. Like we couldn't get a lot of movement. We kind of got a little bit stagnant. It was funny because and we didn't score, and then it hurt our defense. I still think defensively we can be a whole lot better. And it's like not from lack of like trying. It just we have mental breakdowns sometimes that just don't make any sense, and so that has to get better. But listen, they're a good, dangerous offensive team because Marcus Freeman can shoot the ball. Shout's a good player. Coyle's a good player. Doty's playing great. So I was happy that we found a way to get away. I'm not sure. I have to watch the tape and see how we did it.
Yeah, you held them to 39% for the game, 33% from three.
Pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty. And giving away a couple of easy baskets too. A couple of things in transition they got that we didn't need them have. And that was these guys made some big shots. To the kid Wilmoth made a big three. So yeah, I mean we overall we defended pretty well, but you still want to be better.
You fat worried about being invited to Christmas next year?
He said that?
No. But he played well today.
He played great today. And I could tell at the end of the game, like, that's where he's, like, the kid's basically like a freshman, A lot of stuff's new to him. So, like, ball screen defense, in Siena, he fouled a lot. And then today I could see a conscious effort from him not to foul and just be active. And he did a really good job of that. He was talking. So, Yafet's a very emotional kid. Like, when he's feeling good about things, he plays really well. And then when he's not, he kind of gets a little bit of a funk, So, but he hit a big free throw, which is good. He's been shooting 100 every day. He texts me every night what he makes. So I was hoping he'd make both those, but he made one of them, which is good. Luke missed one. It'd be nice to make those free throws and not make things so damn exciting.
Coach Adam had a couple of back-to-back plays, made it 59-56, and I thought with 30 seconds to go, he took the inbound pass and was able to hold off two defenders, got a pass off to break the press.
Yep.
That was kind of a key in that situation.
Yeah, like you get to that point in the game. I told him we called timeout. We had no timeouts left. I said, we got good guards. You guys got to get open. There's a million plays we can run, but like our best guys have to get open. So he got open. Dede got open. Adams played a lot better. I mean, he had 7 assists again today. The last 3 games, I know he had 9 against Canisius. I think he had 5 or 6 against Ryder and 7 tonight. So he's averaging the last 3 games probably 6 or 7 assists a game. And part of that's because now, Luke's making shots, Menard's making some shots, and he's finding open guys. He's getting better. I think the whole team is getting better. I think the ball's moving a lot better. We just got to get better at some certain things we can get better at.
Is the team just gaining confidence? You won the 3 games in a row now after you lost some close games. Is the team just learning how to win?
Yeah, I mean, I think winning helps everything, right? Winning helps the attitude. They come into practice more excited about being in practice. They kind of see us now starting to make a move in the standings. We're 5-4, which is good. That's a positive thing, right? It's been a tough year so far, no doubt about it. So to get a little bit of positive momentum right now is good for everybody. So I think now it's great. We get a little bit. We're off tomorrow and get ready for another weekend next weekend. But yeah, I think the guys are feeling good about themselves and how we're getting better. When we share the ball and pass the ball, there's just so much more energy from our guys. I think Adam turned down 2 threes to get Luke 2 open threes to start the half, and he could have shot him. And I think a month ago he would have shot him, and he made that pass. And that's just like when he does that, then we all do that, So that was great to see. And then the problem with DeJour sometimes is he passes up shots that he probably should shoot. So, but no, it was good to get the win, and our guys are excited about where we're heading.
Schultz and Freeman a combined 4 for 21. Were you trying to focus on them at maybe the expense of giving up some stuff to other guys?
Well, we didn't want Coral to get threes. I mean, we all saw the Twitter stuff and the highlights and all that stuff the other night we showed it to the guys on Friday. We showed it to them on Saturday morning and this morning too. So they knew it. We didn't want that to happen, but they did a good job on the 2 guards. We knew Freeman's really good, dangerous, and Schultz kind of runs the show for him because if he gets in the paint, he finds guys. But we'd also like to not let Coyle catch and shoot threes too. But that's what makes a good team, and you have 2 good guards who can make plays. And I'd say the kid Doty, I love that kid, man. I just think he plays with so much energy, so much toughness, so much grit. Like every time there's a play to be made, he was out there somewhere getting a loose ball, getting a rebound. Like he was involved. He drove the ball. Then, like, sometimes when you do all those things, then you make a three because he's feeling good about things. But I love him. He makes that team so much better. So no, I think Siena's doing a really good job. Jerry's doing a good job. That team's getting better. So it was a good win for us.
So you're just 3 weeks removed from the loss against Siena. Like your first win, rebounding off of a loss, like that's got to build momentum for the
We
team.
beat Siena last time.
Oh, sorry, my apologies.
That's good. It's good.
Yeah. So
I'm losing my mind too. So that's all right. That's fine.
I'm saying, well, beating a series against like a big rival with that.
Yeah.
It's got to build the confidence.
Without a doubt.
Especially with looking at the turnover difference, 24 turnovers last game. I think today 15. So
Yeah, and it was still way too many today. And like a lot of them were just unforced. Like, we bobble the ball, lose the ball, but better, right? So that's the idea. We definitely got better. And they did too. They handled the ball better. They handled our pressure better. But I thought we did a better job getting good shots. And what we scored today, 73?
72.
I mean, like we're getting in the 70s. We'd like to be in the 80s if we could, but we're inching closer. I mean, we were there for a while. We were in the 50s and 60s. So like we are scoring more points, getting better shots. We've kind of went to a more of an offensive lineup. Like Jungers and Bernard help us from that respect. So listen, beating rivals is obviously twice as great, but also they're a good team. And listen, the MAC is pretty balanced, right? So I think every night's going to be. I mean, for us, every night besides Sacred Heart's been like this. Every game has been, besides Canisius a little bit at home, everything's been like down to the wire, 5 minutes to go, could go either way. And I think if you look at Siena's scores, it's probably been the same thing too. So it's very balanced.
Are you finding the right starters? I know you do globally, like starters, rotations, groups. Are you closer to that?
We talk and watch all that tape and all that stuff. And at the end of the day, we're like, let's just go play Jungers and Bernard because they make us a better offense if they make shots. And kind of like, see you, Mark, drive safe, right? It's good to see you, buddy, always. So the idea was like, we'll yell at them about their defense and work on their defense because you can't yell about missing shots. So sometimes the guys off the bench, look, we need more out of some guys on the bench, but those guys are not great shooters. So it's like you can yell and scream and holler all you want to. They're not going to make shots. So Jungers and Menard will make open shots, will make offensive plays. Now we just have to get them to play better defense and rebound, which I think both of them are doing a better job of. So we kind of made a conscious effort here to go. Our offense changed. We've changed our offense twice. One time going to more structure, and now we've kind of loosened up the structure and more movement now. I think there is more movement in what we're doing, which is good.
Related to rotation and more movement on offense, can you give us an update on Biggie?
No. I mean, still not away with the team. So, like I said.
Is he gone?
No. I mean, listen, nothing's final right now at all, right? Like I told, we've been focusing on the guys that are here, the guys who will do the right things, the guys that'll prepare the right way, play for each other, I hate it. Like I hear things like that about in college basketball or just in team. You see Jimmy Butler, right, with the Miami Heat. You see guys that stuff's going on. Like to me, and it's different because I'm a coach. I've played this is what I do my whole life. My dad was a coach. Like, just come to the gym, work hard, be a good teammate, be coachable, and life's easy. That's all you got to do. And I know guys sometimes, but if you just do that, good things will happen. And you watch the good teams that do well, that's what happens. And so we have now the guys that are playing that are here are doing those things, and it's been a fun group to coach the last few weeks. So we're not perfect. We're not a great team, but we are getting better. We are being more unselfish, and there's a little bit more positivity from us from that standpoint.
Coach, are there more outside voices reaching the players today because of NIL?
Oh, I mean, and I mean social media and all that stuff, right? NIL, transfer portal. I mean, it's I feel bad for them. The structure, the system that's in place right now is such a mess. Where you don't blame the kids; it's not their fault, right? They're just such a a kid plays well, and it's like a guy plays well for us, and all I hear about is, well, he'll probably go someplace else next year. I get 25 texts like, well, I've heard that such and such has contacted him. I heard this is going on. It's what happened last year, right? So we're trying to exist in a situation in a environment where it's like there's no rules, there's no morals. I would say a lot of times from a lot of schools, like a lot of people, we're not going to do that. If the kid's having a good season, let him have a good season. Talk to him after the season's over, right? Like let the kid be. But it's happening in football. I mean, I saw Notre Dame football just play the national championship game, and they have like 6 or 7 guys transferring out, and who else was? Other guys are going. And Ohio State had people tampering with them. I'm like, it's just a mess, right? So it's not fun, I mean, like to me, I'd like to take this team and say, man, all right, Menard and Adam are two good freshman guards. They're going to be really good next year and really good the year after. And hopefully DeJour gets his year back and he's better. And if Fett's getting better and Luke Junger's a sophomore and, these guys, and we're going to add the right pieces, building this thing, it'd be great. But it's like, who knows what's going to happen? No one knows, right? And the structure of the system is just, you see, is it as much fun for me now as it was in the first 20 years? No, Part of having fun and enjoying your job is you build something, right? Company, business, life, whatever it is. You build and you get better and you get better and you get better and you see what's going to happen in 2 years, and it's not like that now, So I think that's part of why you have a quicker fuse on things, why you're more short-tempered, why you're more frustrated, because you're like, well, hell, we got to figure this out by March, because who knows what's going to happen next year? If I knew that we're how it used to be, you might relax a little bit and say, you know what, this will be fine, Menard takes that three. Right? My instinct when he took that three was to run out of the gym and tackle him. Right? That was my instinct. Right? I thank God I didn't do that. Right? But but it's a teaching moment. Right? We're up by 5, and there's his dad's a coach. He's a smart kid. Now, Menard's a great kid because what makes him good is he's arrogant, he's cocky, he believes that shot's going in. His thought process is, I'm going to make this three, and we're going to send the whole crowd home. That's really not what it should be, but that's what he's thinking, right? So it's that's what makes him good. But that should be a teaching point where he'll play for us another 100 games. He'll learn, hey, that's not a great shot, So more of that. We wish there was more of that going on with what's going on right now.
Is there a focus on education among the players like you might have seen in the past, advancing towards degrees?
Our guys are doing well. We had a 3.2 GPA, so our guys have been great in classroom. So I have no problem with that. I think they're focused and doing a really good job. So no, our guys have been awesome with that, But I got 3 of my Clarkson. I got 3 players from my team at Clarkson in my office right now. 3 guys who played for me 20 years ago, right? My first team. So they're all here. They all graduated, all doing well. One, brought their families here, brought their kids here. I coached those guys for 4 years. That's the kind of relationships you want to have in coaching college athletics, right? Or high school athletics or whatever it is. Can you still have those anymore? I don't know. Who will play for me for 1 year and bring their family back here in 10, 15 years? I don't know. But I got 3 guys in there now. We're going to have a few beers and wings and tell stories, and and they were all freshmen. And they were all made mistakes and did stupid things, and then they got better. That's what it should be about, So as education, too, Ken. Education is not just what happens in the classroom; it's also what happens off the court. It's the relationships and the bonds and Iona's an unbelievable place because there's so many people who love the school, the program that will support you, but it's hard to build those relationships in 8 months, And you wish it was like there was a little bit of structure and system to it, So, but I don't blame the kids. It's just all hell's broken loose here, and we have to learn how to do wellness, and it's been a challenge for us here in the first 2 years, obviously, It should have been like last year. You bring in a group and you keep a bunch of guys and you build it. By this year we have 9 or 10 guys, and you build it. By the 3rd year you got 10 guys that are all been in here for a couple of years. It's not like that anymore, So, and we're not going to go out and spend, like some schools that spend $1 million on a player. So we have to do it a different way, But I like this group. I think they're getting better. It's been fun to coach them the last couple of weeks. I think we got a long ways to go still, but we want to be really good by the time we get to March.
Have you changed your sideline demeanor over the last couple of weeks?
What do you think? That's a good question. If you're watching me, what do you think?
I think that you've toned it down.
Good. I kept my sport coat on.
Yes, for 2/3 of the game.
Yep. Well, part of it was
sitting down a lot.
part was I really like that sport coat. I bought that down in Alabama. I went to see my son down there, and it was a great clothing store down there in Tuscaloosa. So they had a great sport coat. I bought that sport coat. My wife's out of town. She's on a girls' weekend. She's in Tennessee. And the shirt I wore, she really didn't like that shirt. So whenever she says she didn't like something, I tend to be like, oh. So I wore the shirt she didn't like today, and I wore that sport coat. So I like that combination. But I'm trying to be more patient, right? I just said, I'm more frustrated the last 2 years because I think we're all in a rush to get it figured out. Where I think in the past you'd be like, oh, like I said, this will take time, right? You're trying to and like I told you, I think I screwed this team up by our schedule. I wanted to schedule like you did in the old days, okay, that's going to make us better. We have more experience. We're going to understand. We overscheduled it, and we lost some games, and lost some confidence, and lost a little bit of our juice. And we're trying to recover that back to how we are, So, but I'm trying to be more calm. My good friend Brandon Steiner, he gives me advice on my call. He saw Tommy Amaker when he played Harvard, and Tommy doesn't even Tommy doesn't even move. Like, he's as cool as can be, you know. So I try to be a little more calm and patient. I sit there. I talked to Ray, our DBO. Me and Ray just have an ongoing conversation the whole time. A lot of it's not very positive, but it's like I said today to Ray, it went zone. I said, Ray, I'm 53 years old. I could go out against their zone right now, and I could get an open shot. I might not make it, but I'll get an open shot. As I was telling Ray, Ray agrees with me, of course, during the game. Like, oh yeah, you definitely would. But like, we just talked the whole time. I'm trying to be more calm that way, you know. So it's good. That's good you noticed that. I'm happy to hear that.
I was curious.
Yeah.